Hi everyone, I'm back with my Losi Mini T 2.0 and my Losi Mini B. These are two cars that I um, bought and kind of upgraded to run around my local hobby shop's little track. They had a little carpet off-road track that was a little bit small for most 10 scale cars, but it was perfect for these Mini Ts and Mini Bs. So I did see plenty of people racing these around there. And one thing I did notice is I would go there with my Mini T, and most of the people would be running Mini Bs. So I decided to give the Mini B a shot, and I picked up this Mini B at that hobby shop. And I've had it built and running for a long time now. And I have to say they are completely different driving experiences. The Mini T is really fun. I personally like the look of the Mini T better. But the Mini T is requires a little bit more finesse to drive because of the short wheelbase. You have to be a little bit more careful with it balance-wise, and so it doesn't roll over. Whereas the Mini B with the longer wheelbase and the lower the lower center of gravity, it's much more stable, which kind of explains why everyone's been running the Mini Bs instead of the Mini T. But if you guys have been on my channel, you've seen my Mini T before. So I'm gonna focus mostly on my Mini B because I've never shown this one off. And this is the Pro Roller set that you could get. They have now since then released a RTR brushless version of the Mini B. So if you just want something that comes right out of the box, brushless, ready to go on the track, then get the RTR. If you're someone that wants to choose their own electronics and maybe appreciate some of the extra little goodies and upgrades that the Pro Roller kit comes in, get the Pro Roller. Or maybe you want to kind of give it a try and get the brushed version and upgrade eventually. All of these are very valid pathways. It's overall a very nice buggy, and I've been very happy with it. The only thing I've been disappointed with is the body. You can see I have this Proline, I think this is the Axis body. I have the Proline body on here, and I had to get this body fairly quickly after driving the buggy, because at my first crash on the track, the body completely cracked and shattered. I don't know if other people have had this experience with the Mini B bodies, but for me, the stock body seemed very fragile. This Proline body I've crashed multiple times, and it's still holding up perfectly fine. So that was a little bit unfortunate. I do personally think the stock body looks a little nicer, the shape of it, but this looks similar enough, and the color scheme I went with is the same. You can see I went with like a more simplified color scheme compared to the truck. The truck I did a little bit more intricate lines. I did the little flag on the top. I did no flag here. I kind of thought about it, but I decided not to. And then the color scheme on the side, just more of a simple stripe. And I did not paint the spoiler just because it seemed like that's what a lot of the race buggies do. So kind of wanted to give it like a racy look. So I left that unpainted, and I overall think it's really nice. The only thing I've really changed is the wheels and tires. The front wheels are the stock Mini B wheels. They're just with the white wheels. The Pro Roller kit comes with these neon wheels, which is fine, but just didn't fit the color scheme of my car very well. So I went with these wheels. And then for the rear wheels, I do have I never bought the rear wheels with the buggy tires on it. These are actually Proline wheels and tires again for the carpet track. I originally bought a set of 4 of these for my Mini T, but for the Mini T, it seemed to handle that track a little bit better with the stock tires. The carpet tires seemed to have a little bit too much traction, and it became a little more prone to traction rolling and kind of doing wheelies. So I decided to put it on the longer wheelbase buggy, and it works very well for the buggy. And now it also means I have a spare set of rear tires for the buggy, which is also nice. The way I have it set up, I thought it handled really nicely. It jumps really nicely. These Losi aluminum shocks work very well. They still have the stock springs on them, but I haven't really had any issues with those stock springs. The body also only uses a single body clip, which is nice. You can put a front body clip on it, but it makes it a little bit more annoying to put on. You can see the electronics I went with. I went with your stock style Dynamite 2-in-1 brushless ESC motor combo, my Spectrum signal receiver, stock servo. I think they all just work perfectly fine. I'm running the stock servo and motor in this as well. This is the brushless version, and it's been perfect for the track. You don't really need anything too spectacular for the track, so I thought that worked pretty well. The only thing I did keep around on this one is I kept out of the box. This comes with a aluminum servo horn, which improves steering response, but at the cost of durability. So if you bump it or crash it, it will strip your servo pretty quickly. So I opted to use the stock servo saver from like the brushed version of the Mini T, and that kind of keeps it a little bit more long lasting. And the response from the servo saver is still pretty good, so I decided to keep that around. Another thing I ended up breaking was this front bulkhead where the suspension mounts. So I replaced that with the Hot Racing aluminum one. So I'll break arms instead of front bulkheads, which is a little bit less annoying to replace the arms. And then I also broke a rear shock tower. So I replaced that with a carbon fiber one. I forget who makes the carbon fiber. Maybe it's Racing, maybe it's Hot Racing, I don't remember, but it's a carbon fiber one. Should lower the center of gravity a little bit further as well. So that's very nice, but overall very basic setup. Gearings, everything's the same as all the stock upgrades that it would have come with the Pro Roller Kit. So I wanted to compare real quick to how the Mini T is set up. Again, I'm running this exact same electronics, just the Mini T is set up a little bit differently just because there's a little less room in here. So you can see it's very compact. The battery tray situation is much different. I had to deskin my receiver to kind of get it to fit up here, and then kind of also lower the weight of it a little bit. But you can see kind of like a side-by-side of kind of those two different chassis layouts. But with that said, I have one footage of the Mini T running at the track, and then I have some more footage of the buggy running on the track. So I'll finish up this video with those clips. Unfortunately, that track has closed down since I filmed, so I don't really have a home for these anymore to drive them. But I do keep it around in the hopes I'll find another little Mini T appropriate track. But until then, these things might kind of sit around for a while, but I'll be on the lookout for a new track to run these. But anyway, before I start rambling more, enjoy the running footage, and I hope everyone has a great day and have fun with RC.